Just a reminder that these videos are made for adult doll collectors or adults buying dolls for others. This is not a video for children. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you very much for listening. Hello Internet! My name is Kelsey, and welcome back to my closet. So today, guys, we are going to be looking at something that I have warmed up to considerably, I think. This is Lilac Lane from the Rainbow High New Friends line. I know that I've been kind of down on what's been going on with Rainbow High and Shadow High, but the more that I see the new friends, the more I'm feeling more positive about them. And I think it might be because they just have a little bit more going on than Shadow High Series 3. And we'll talk more about that as we get into the actual review. I had to get Lilac for several reasons. First of all, purple. Second of all, she has glasses. Thirdly, she has chemistry accessories. And you may or may not know this, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but I actually have a degree in chemistry that is completely useless to me now because I don't work in a chemistry related field. I just thought it was kind of like kismet, you know, that purple, glasses, chemistry. She spoke to me, she really spoke to me. Plus, pleated skirt. So like, she's checking a lot of boxes in my what I like in dolls list. Anyway, she was $26.99 and I got her from the early release on the LOL Surprise website. I was kind of prepared to gripe about the fact that they are $2 more than Shadow High Series 3, but some of the level of details and the number of pieces on her is making me see that they put that $2 in to something. I'm glad about that. I feel less the way that I did about Series 5 of Rainbow High versus Shadow High Series 2. Because Series 5, they should not have been $2 more compared to Shadow High Series 2 that was $24.99. The new friends, I can see the difference, like the reason that they need to be $2 more. Or at least they made you feel like you're getting more for your $2. Now that I've talked for a long time, let's just look at the box. Now, the box is very, very open, and that is because it's kind of like a scene. So instead of just having, like we've had with most Rainbow and Shadow High dolls, the doll and then accessories just on a flat card, it's actually a chemistry classroom. And there's a little counter built into the packaging and a shelf, so that's cute. It makes the package, even though, you know, this is just paperboard, it's not an actual accessory, it makes it look fuller and more like you're getting something because they put that little bit of extra into the package design compared to the Shadow High Series 3 box that just had a big empty chunk. Okay, up here of course we have Lilac Lane, her name. I'm still not fond of the names. I think the names could have been a lot better, but hers is probably the best compared to Blue and Pinkly, which I did not realize her name is Pinkly, not Pinky, but still. Adding an L into it does not make it different enough from Pinky from Shadow High. Pinkly. That doesn't even sound nice. On the side of the box here, it says she is a fashion design focus. And I believe in the description on the website for her, because, you know, everyone has like a character bio on the Rainbow High website, that she tries to use chemistry to help develop new fabrics. I guess that means like water resistant fabrics or color changing fabrics, who knows, but maybe if they incorporate her into the show they'll explain that more. And then on the back we have the artwork of the 3 new friends, which is too shiny, and the bottom says, no matter their differences, friends are forever at Rainbow High, if you say so. And then of course the other important thing to note about the New Friends line is the body types. So Lilac is a tall doll, and we will compare her later with a normal size Rainbow High doll, the standard size that they've been using the whole time, just to see how different it looks. And yeah, I think that's everything with the box, so let's get her out. Okay guys, here is Lilac out of the box, and she's really, really pretty. Like, right away, I'm just loving her already. In the box for the first time, I was a little apprehensive because I feel like there's a disconnect between her skin and her hair and outfit. But the more that I'm looking at her, the more that I'm liking her, and I'm not feeling that disconnect quite as much. I think the contrast actually makes her more interesting. I mean, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Like, it's a different shade. Like, it's definitely a brown skin tone that we have not seen yet. I'm like 97% sure. But it's an interesting shade. It's different. And her curls are so bouncy. Okay, let's take a look at her face. Her eyes are a bluish purple. So I just went looking around the room to see if I could find somebody with the same eye color, but I think it's a newer chip. It's got purple undertones where the little white lines are, but then bluer towards the sides. And I wanted to say it was more similar to like Tessa or Bella even, but they're different. I do like them. I think that they're very pretty. And then we have the makeup, which is really pretty also. So she has lavender eyeshadow with glitter overlaying it, if you can see through her eyelashes. There's a lighter lavender line across the top, and then there's a kind of buffed out shadowy part over top of the lighter lavender that you can't see too much. It's just to give it a little extra shimmer. The lavender kind of continues underneath, and there's a little shine in the corners. She has a really rosy blush. It's very noticeable against her skin, which I also really like, and a rosy magenta colored lip that is nice and glossy. She just has a super, super pretty face. After I opened her, I was like, ooh, okay, like I already liked you, but like now I like you more. You ever get that feeling when you open a doll and you look at her for the first time and you're like, I need to hug you? That was the feeling I got, like I need to take you close to my chest because you're so cute and pretty. Also, she has edges along her hairline, and I'm not sure if they are the same as anyone else's, but I can tell you that this earring mold is not new. I believe this is the same earring mold that Robin came with, the original Robin, and they just recolored it. So instead of white pearls, it is a purpley pearl with a little silver gem hanging down beneath it. I mean, it's fine that they reused the earring mold. They're not offensive or anything. I guess they put more effort into other parts of her outfit rather than trying to make her new earrings. And she's got all the other cool accessories that are new and different, so I'm okay with it. I don't mind the earrings. It's just, you know, when they use the same stuff again, that's when you start to worry that the line is starting to decline. Most of her other stuff is new, like new we've never seen before, and we'll see that later. Her hair, oh, it is so fun and bouncy. There is some product in it, but this is not in the way that most Rainbow High dolls with gel is like unbelievably horribly crunchy. It's a little crunchy up here where it holds the hair down at the sides of her part line. It is a center part, but I don't really mind it because it keeps it out of her face and it's not bad. Like, it's styled nicely. It doesn't look jagged and terrible like a lot of Rainbow High dolls with gel usually do. It looks really nice, actually. And then a few of the curls at the very ends have some gel, I guess, to kind of keep them in place, but the hair still moves around and bounces nicely, so I don't want to wash her hair, honestly. Normally I would want to wash any Rainbow High doll that had gel in it, but because her hair moves naturally and lays really nicely like this, even with the gel, I'm gonna leave it because I don't want to lose these curls. Look at these curls. They are so fun. And they've tried to do curls like this on other dolls before, and it always winds up that somebody has to redo them because they're so either messed up from the box, which even that, they're like not even crushed from the box, which I'm shocked about. Or they're so gelled that they are rock solid and they move as one piece. But I love this. Her hair is perfect like this, even with the gel. I'm genuinely surprised by that. I really, really am. The colors, if we look closer at the hair itself, we have a darker and a lighter lavender. Definitely a warmer tone, which is my preference when it comes to purple. I just want to like bloop, bloop, bloop. It's so fun. And then we get down to her out. She has this sweatshirt, but it's not a sweatshirt. It's a knit shirt made of a sweatshirt material, but not designed to be like a hoodie, if that makes sense. It's very light lavender. It has a little white cotton collar, and then we have all of these faux jewelry pieces built into the shirt. And it's kind of like the way that they did the rhinestones on Jade's hoodie from Runway. And honestly, like, yeah, they could have given us actual necklaces, but at the same time, I really love the way that these rhinestones sparkle and catch the light. Like, look at how colorful and fun they are. Let's take a closer look. So she has 3 sets of them up here. One with more teardrop shapes, one that's more like silver studs, and then this one has squares with the little pearly ones mixed in, and an embroidered RH in gold. And they do continue around to the back. I appreciate that too, because they could have easily had them not continue onto the back and just be on the front. And then on either sleeve, we have a string of pearls and then a string of the teardrop rhinestones with some little circular ones mixed in, which also continue all the way around on both sleeves. And the sleeves are kind of wider towards the wrist. They have that cute little baggy style to them. And what I like too is that this outfit kind of gives off nerd, because obviously she's into science as well as fashion. So she combines fashionable outfits with the bookish, nerdy vibe of a chemistry girl. And it's not quite a crop sweatshirt either. I guess they made it longer because she's taller, so they had to make it a little longer. So if you put this on one of the other dolls, it would probably come down a little bit farther, which we can try that too. And then we get down to the skirt. So the skirt reminds me a lot of Cheryl's first skirt, except it doesn't have that extra little arched piece in the front here. It's a lavender plaid, and it's pretty basic. It doesn't have any glitter or shiny thread in it, but I'm okay with that because it's a pleated skirt for one, which I adore. I love a pleated skirt, and it has a second layer underneath. We have a satin slip built into it, even though this material isn't exactly see-through or anything, so really they could have easily left that off. I'm not sure why they decided to do that, but hey, I'm not gonna complain. Like I said, they needed to put their $2 extra into something. And she then has nice long thigh-high socks. Now this, I'm sure, is the same exact sock as either Cheryl or Bella, like original Bella, had. They're just basic white socks. Nothing to write home about, but they end in these pretty new shoes. And I really like these. I feel like Monique could wear these shoes too, because they're silver and purple, and they have gemstones built in. It's almost like she attached amethyst pieces to the shoes. They are silver and white heels. The sole of the shoe is actually white, and the straps around here, you can see all of the purple gems that they added in. We have a little ribbon tie up top, and the gems do continue on the back of the heel as well, and then the bottoms are just white. Since she's a science girly, the fact that she has the amethyst on her shoes kind of reminds me of geology. You'd have like a geode with amethyst inside. And also, I didn't notice, but on the very tips of the shoes, there's also a couple of little stones. And finally, since I didn't mention it, she does have lavender nails. And I like that the lavender color, the lightness of it, stands out so much against her dark complexion. That was something that I really liked about Robin too, that her Tiffany blue was so bright against her dark skin. That's another reason that I really like Lilac. I am liking her a lot more than I even thought. For a while I've been kind of frustrated over Rainbow High and the direction that they're going, but I'm pleased with Lilac. I really am. And we haven't even looked at all her accessories yet. So let's have a look at those. Just wanted to give you guys a quick look at the back of the box now that all the accessories are out of it. See, E equals mc squared up there. Ha! Get it? Because that's what Einstein said, and he's smart. Ha ha ha. Here's the color of the stand slash comb, you know. First of all, accessory-wise, glasses. So, I believe these are the same mold as Lavender Lynn from Shadow High Series 3, just in a lighter color, and they're not sunglasses, they're regular glasses. But we have light lavender shades with silver gems on the corners. They're a cat eye shape. Let's see how they look on her. Very cute. We need more regular glasses in Rainbow High, obviously. As a glasses wearer myself, I would appreciate that a lot. She is very, very cute with these glasses. She is ready to be a nerd. They are a little bit warped, I guess, from being in the box, but they sit pretty nicely. I think the nose piece is a little deep. You see what I mean? So they don't press up too much to her face. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because when you look at her straight on at a closer distance, it's kind of like they're too far forward, but on display it would probably be okay. Plus, it means that the eyelashes won't get all pressed up and weird. They do sit on her nose pretty well. Like, they don't slide down her face the way that Delilah's glasses do. Sometimes it's easier for me if I'm like gonna take a picture of Delilah or move her or anything, just to take the glasses off, because they kind of like are all the way down here. As a glasses wearer, that's kind of just a thing that you always have to push them up. Very annoying. But I would prefer that over having contacts. I tried contacts, they did not work for me. Anyway, away from that tangent, she also comes with a pencil and notebook, very, very similar to Scarlet's. It's pretty much exactly the same as Scarlet's, except that there's an RH on the lock instead of an SH, and the printing says rainbow instead of shadow. The pencil is just purple with the black tip, and the inside has the same lined pages as Scarlet's. So again, we're seeing repeat molds here, but I mean, she's in class. She's got to have something to take notes in, so I can forgive it for the continuity of her character. She does come with a purse, and I believe this is a purse we have not seen before. And it's not cloth like, you know, some of the Accessory Studios purses, but it's still nice. It has a movable handle, so that's kind of cool. It's just a square purse. It has a big RH on the front in a circle. We have a couple handles with some spiky studs running across the top. It is open so that you can stick her notebook and her pencil inside. And then we have a silver chain strap. It's a nice bag. You know, we don't get a lot of bags that actually come with the dolls because they wanted to do the Accessory Studio thing. And then we get to her chemistry accessories. So she has 2 test tubes in a purple holder.
Hey guys, Editing Kelsey here, and I'm gonna show you something that I only noticed while I was editing, and it's about to blow your minds. Ready?
They do have engraved RHs on them. If you're in school having chemistry class, they're not going to get school customized test tubes for the most part. Especially in a school that's all about fashion and other design. I can't imagine they would put that much effort into their chemistry supplies because it's just an elective for somebody who's going to be a fashion designer. Not an elective, but a gen ed course. That's what I mean. On the other hand, Rainbow High is extremely extra, so maybe they would get custom RH test tubes. Who knows? But this is so fun. You know, we don't usually see test tube kind of accessories or science kind of accessories unless it's a doll that's specifically a scientist. I like this. I like that this is a student doll. She is not a chemistry major. She's a fashion design major, but she's into science anyway. And so yeah, it's fun to have these kind of accessories that are different. And then finally we have this little flask here, and this one has some purple stuff in it. Not sure what kind of a concoction she's working on, but if you look at the side real close here, you can see it's kind of bubbling. So that is Lilac Lane and everything she comes with. Now I'm going to pick somebody out who has an easy outfit to remove. Let me get Daphne. Daphne doesn't get a lot of attention on this channel these days, and she only has a two-piece outfit on, so it'll be easy to try on the clothes on her, and we can see how they compare height-wise as well. So, appropriately, we are going to do some doll science, which means there will be some doll nudity. You have been warned.
Yeah, we're all scientists here.
We'll compare their bodies while they're naked, and then we will swap some outfits and see how they look. Okay. So, here they are. Already I was seeing that not only is Lilac taller, but it looks like she has a slightly larger bust as well, but we'll look a little closer at that in a moment. Here they are with their feet even, because putting the shoulders together, they actually look the same height. So it's really the legs that are longer on Lilac. That's an alliteration for you. And you can see how big of a difference that there is between the two of them. So I would say it's about an inch, maybe slightly less. It definitely is different. She is definitely taller. As far as actual body, if you look at them from the side here, you can definitely see that her bust is a little bit bigger. Lilac actually has a slightly longer forearm. If you see, I have them even at the wrist, so her elbow extends farther down, but the upper arm is the same. It's gonna be harder to show, I think, because their hair is getting in the way. Yeah, so if we put their elbows even, their upper arms are the same length. It's just the forearms that are different, which I did not expect. So besides the bust size, I think Lilac does have a slightly longer torso, just by a little bit. Like I said, her length, her height really comes from the legs, but you can see when they are even at the shoulder, her torso does extend slightly past Daphne's. When you put them hip to hip, yeah, there's Lilac's feet all the way down. If you line up the upper thigh twist, Lilac's thigh goes slightly lower. Her knee, you can see it's just a little bit bigger, and so it's slightly longer as well. And then if you put them knee to knee, obviously her legs are longer. They're a little bit thicker, I think. So if you look at the calves, it's probably just because everything has to be scaled just slightly more for everything to look normal. Very interesting. I like seeing the comparisons, and I like that they're trying to include some more body types. The line has been going on for like 3 years now, and this is the first time we're really seeing anything outside of the normal height of these dolls. Better late than never, we'll say. Alright, now I'm going to swap their outfits, so let's see how they look. Alright, so here's how they're looking in each other's outfits. So let me see. On your standard Rainbow High doll, Lilac's shirt is actually pretty baggy, and I guess that's because, like I said, she does have a bigger bust. On the torso, it doesn't look too bad, but the sleeves are definitely not pulled down all the way. Like if you pulled them down all the way, they would be covering the hands on a normal Rainbow High doll. The skirt looks fine. You can definitely wear that without it looking weird. And then the socks actually go up way farther on the leg, so they're not the same socks that they used on other dolls. There are a longer pattern, I guess, which is kind of fun because it makes them look like stockings instead of just long socks on a regular Rainbow High doll. But the feet are exactly the same size, so there's no problem with shoe swapping. As for this outfit on Lilac, none of these are actually Daphne's pieces. This is just from, you know, a restyle that I did for what she was wearing. So this is Robin's second shirt, and it's actually a little small. On the back here, you can see that the Velcro is peeling apart a little bit because it's not long enough or wide enough to get on her torso. It's already kind of a small shirt to begin with, so it's probably not the best example, but then again, you know, it's good to know, because then what are you gonna redress her in if you feel like redressing her? You have limited options. The skirt is way shorter than it would be on a regular Rainbow High doll, because you can't see the thigh joint up here, the twist joint, when you put it on Daphne. The skirt rides up really high. But again, the shoes are the same. So I wasn't going to try other clothes on her in this video, but we're already in the midst of doll science. So let's try on some other outfits and see what might work for our nice, tall, big girl here. Okay, so I wanted to try on some of the most basic pieces that you'll find with the majority of Rainbow High dolls. Stuff that you will most likely have from the other dolls that you've collected. She can't wear any Rainbow High pants. They will not get past her thighs, I guess because, I don't know. I mean, I figured that I might be able to pull them up and make them like capris, but they won't go any farther. I guess because of this part, it's not wide enough to accommodate going up any farther than it already has. So all Rainbow High pants are out for Lilac. This is a t-shirt. This is one of the ones that came with the Royal 3 dolls. It works. It's a crop tee on her, which I don't think it's as cropped on a normal Rainbow High doll. It was cropped, but it's even more so on her. You can definitely see more that she has really broad shoulders because it's just really tight around her torso. Either it's the broad shoulders or it's the extra cup size. So I'm gonna try a sweatshirt and I'm gonna try a skirt, a different skirt than the one she came with, and we'll see how that looks. So this is Jet's sweatshirt that she came with that was under her jacket, and it was a crop sweatshirt already, but it does ride higher. The only thing keeping it from going up is the fact that she does have bigger boobs to kind of hold it down. But it does fit. You can get it on with no problem. And this is Emmy's skirt. This fits really well. The skirt definitely works for her. So probably most skirts are gonna be fine. Some might look a little shorter on her than they normally would, but at least you can get them on. I'd be curious to see if shorts would work. The only shorts I have are Kaya's shorts. Let me try those. So shorts will work. I guess it's just the pants. The length of the pants is just not allowing them to get up to her hips. They kind of look nice on her. I wanted to try this sweatshirt too. This is the sweatshirt that came with the closet, and it's a longer one, so it definitely works for her because she has the longer torso, and the sleeves don't look like they're too short for her arms either, which is good. I would say, for the most part, any shirt or skirt item that has some stretch to it is probably gonna work well for her, make it easier to get on, and for the items to close. Shorts work, but pants do not. And most skirts are probably going to work for her too. And then on top of that, you have the entirety of the shoes because her feet are the same mold. That was some interesting doll science and highly appropriate for our chemistry themed girl here. Actually, there was one more thing I wanted to try, just putting on a jacket. So this is the jacket that comes with the closet. First of all, the color works perfectly for her. But second of all, it also fits fine. It doesn't look too short, it doesn't look too short on the sleeves either, and it fits around her shoulders, so jackets are also... Alright guys, so Lilac is put all back together, and we can have our final thoughts. I really do like her, just as a doll in general. She is super pretty. I love her science theming, but yet she's also a fashionable nerd. I just think that she definitely won me over more than I expected her to. So I am pretty pleasantly surprised and satisfied with the New Friends line. Probably not gonna get the other two, but I do think that they're not as awful as I probably initially thought. I also like that they're incorporating new body types. I like that they are incorporating interesting accessories that are not just recolors of old accessories. Even though there are a couple here and there, they at least fit with her character and her interests. I think they did a really good job with these. I have a little hope. It gives me a little bit of hope to hold on to for the future of Rainbow High. Hopefully with the inclusion of more body types in the future of the line, we will get more outfit pieces that will accommodate the taller body and the larger bust. But for now, there are still some options. It's not like she has to stay in this outfit if you get her. You can change her into other things. I have seen other people on Instagram already redressing her in other outfits. You know, you just want to be careful. You don't want to ruin any of your other rainbow high pieces because they're too small for her. As far as me actually redressing her and leaving her in something else, I don't think I want to, because I really do love this outfit. I just love the sparkle of the gems on her shirt. I love the nerdy aesthetic and the color scheme, so she will probably stay in this outfit. I don't really feel the need to redress her. And I also appreciate that I don't have to wash her hair, because it's just right. With all that being said, now you guys let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends, and until next time, she blinded me with science! She blinded me with science!